Bismillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillahi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. Amma ba'd. Surah Al-Mutaffifin. From ayah number 1, we have learned that destruction is upon those who cheat, defraud, who give short measure. Tatfif is of two kinds, in selling and in buying. Tafafa, in selling, removing some or not giving the exact measure, and the other is in buying. When buying, take some extra, take in full, or demand for more than what it's due, which we are going to learn in this ayah. Ayah number 2 of Surah Al-Mutaffifin. الَّذِينَ إِذَا اكْتَالُوا عَلَى النَّاسِ يَسْتَوْفُونَ. Destruction is upon those who take in measure by full from others, or even take some extra. So this ayah is about the buyers who are at the receiving end. Iktalu means that they receive their measure or they take their measure. So iktala is to take by measure, buying. The opposite of this word will come in ayah number 3, kaluhum. Kala is to give by measure, selling. Iktalu, they received their measure. Kalu in ayah number 3 means they give, they measure for others. Remember the difference of these two words in ayah number 2 and 3. It will be easy for you to understand these ayat fully when you keep it in your mind, the difference of these words. Ayah number 2 tells, Alladina idhiktalu, those who when they receive their measure, when they take their measure. Iktalu from kail, to measure. Wazn is to give things by weighing, by weight in pounds, kilograms, which will come in ayah number 3. Kail is to give it by measure or volume, length, liters or cups. Iktiyal is to make something by volume or measure. When they are taking something from people, what do? Let's see the next part of the ayah. عَلَى النَّاسِ يَسْتَوْفُونَ. Now, ala here implies something. It implies that what was due, what was the duty to be taken. And the other meaning is of tasallut. Ala, upon, means that imposing it on others. They force the seller to give more than its price. And how is that? When the buyer bargains to a point that the seller is annoyed and the seller has no choice but to give whatever he's asking for. These people who not only bargains but argues with the seller, and they're harsh, they bully them, they fight with the sellers, they take out all the bad stuff of the product that see it's not a good product and it's not worth for the price you're asking for. So just give me this product for the price I'm asking for, or else I will talk to the manager. Then they talk to the manager, they insult them, make a scene in front of other customers, ruin their reputation, and the seller gives away that thing to get rid of this annoying customer and to save their reputation. After that, such people, these kinds of buyers, customers, they feel proud of themselves and they say, see, I got this item, I got this product in such a low price. I have good talking skills. I know the way how to deal with the seller. I know how to shop. But in reality, this is destruction for the person because they're extremely greedy and selfish people. They are taking the right of the seller as it was not their right when they took some extra for the price they paid for. They always want more for what they paid for. They are sensitive in their own rights and do not care about the rights of others. From the word yastawfun, they seek to obtain full measure. We should remember this word whenever we are going somewhere as customers. We think that as we are paying for something, we are in a higher position or we are in authority. So we can treat the seller in whatever way we like. No, this is wrong. As customers, you cannot demand, but you should request and treat the seller with kindness. keeping in mind that he has the full right of the things to be sold. We have to change our mindset and work for the betterment. Seeking to obtain full measure or demanding for more than what it's due is cheating, is defraud. Destruction is for mutaffifin, those who cheat in buying and in selling. There is a Sahih hadith in which Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Khamsun bi khamsin." There are 5 sins which comes with 5 deadly punishments. And in this hadith, cheating is one of them. Let me tell you about the other 4 sins and their punishments. As many students ask, what were the other few things that you did not mention? And because of the time limit, I cannot go into details, but I will present this hadith in front of you. The hadith says, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم خمس بخمس ما نقض قوم العهد إلا سلط عليهم عدوهم. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, there are 5 deadly sins for which there are 5 divine punishments. Number 1 is that he who breaks his covenant, Allah will cause his enemy to subdue him. Their enemies are given power over them. وَمَا حَكَمُوا بِغَيْرِ مَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ إِلَّا فَشَا فِيهِمُ الْفَقْرِ. Second is that the nation which abandons the sacred laws of Allah and decides cases according to other laws, poverty will prevail commonly among them. وَلَا ظَهَرَتْ فِيهِمُ الْفَاحِشَةُ إِلَّا فَشَا فِيهِمُ الْمَوْتِ. The nation among whom promiscuity, obscenity and zina becomes rampant. Or in a hadith, the wordings are that it does not appear among them, but that Allah will punish them with epidemic diseases. Death will be prevalent. And now this one, the 4th one, in the light of these ayats, Hadith says, وَلَا طَفَّفُوا الْمِكْيَالَ إِلَّا مُنِعُوا النَّبَاتَ وَأَخِذُوا بِالسِّنِينَ. Those who curtail measures and weights, they do not cheat in measurements, but their crops are prevented from growing and they suffer drought. Yani Allah will cause famine to break out amongst them. Ma'adallah. And the 5th one, the last one is, وَلَا مَنَعُوا الزَّكَاةَ إِلَّا حُبِسَ عَنْهُمُ الْقَطْرِ. Those who fail to pay zakah, who withhold their obligatory charity, Allah will withhold rain from them. Astaghfirullahi Rabbi. Now we see all these sins common in our society. Remember that the society where cheating becomes a norm, then famine hits. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from all of these sins and the punishments that come with them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the correct understanding to implement on these ayat. Now let's see the words meanings of ayah number 2. الَّذِينَ, those who, إِذَا, when, iktalu, from the root word kaf, ya, lam, they receive their measure or they take their measure. Ala, upon, an-nas, the people. Yastawfun, they seek to obtain full measure. They take in full, even demand for more. بارك الله لي ولكم في القرآن الحكيم ونفعني وإياكم بالآيات وذكر الحكيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ويل للمطففين الذين إذا اكتالوا على الناس يستوفون